Hey fellas, Mick here again from Sydney, Australia. This is part 2 of my 511 Moab 10 EDC bag. So ended off with the medical part of my bag. Now, it's got the mesh pockets here, and the good thing about this bag, it's got one mesh pocket there, and then you open the other side and it's got another mesh pocket. Now on this side, you've got two zippers. You've got one where you can access your goods from that side, or one where you can access from that side, and it's basically straight through. So what I keep in here is I keep just another cleaning cloth. I keep a clear poncho. I guess this is a civilian poncho. If I was using this bag for a urban EDC, I would use that poncho instead of my camo poncho. So that's there. I've just got some latex gloves, rubber gloves, whatever. And I've got a really padded bandage here, or bandage, or conforming bandage, just in case someone or myself cops a really deep wound and I'm pissing out blood and I've got to stop that bleeding, and I need something to really soak up whatever I've done to myself. That's there basically. So that's that pocket there. And then in the main compartment here, I carry a life straw with me. I was glad to see that Adam from Equipped to Endure was doing a bug out bag, and they included the life straw. It's cheap as, I think I bought it for 15 bucks on eBay, and yeah, again, it's just basically a straw. You pop that open, you take that off, stick it in the water that you're drinking from, and suck away, and apparently you're supposed to have purified water. So I'll leave that in there. Again, it's more of a bush bag, but urban, if there's an earthquake or whatnot and you couldn't get water from a bubbler or a tap, and you had to get water for some reason and you were stuck and you couldn't get home, or whatever the circumstance is, something give me water. And I think it's good for 50 litres or 50 gallons, I'm not too sure, but it's plenty of water. So that sits on the bottom of the bag there. You've got another pocket here, and I'll go through that in a minute. Well, no, I'll go through it now. So this pocket here, what I generally carry is my food. So if I was out bush, this is the food I carry. Obviously, if I was, depending on how long I was staying out there, I would carry more food, but at the moment I'll leave this in there. So I've got a nice decent sized pack of rice there for a single person. That'll give you at least, I'll work on the basis of that much is one meal. So there's about 3 meals of rice in there. Oriental 2-minute noodles, another packet of 2-minute noodles, so that's 2 meals there. So realistically I've got, actually what I'll do, I'll say that's 2 meals. We'll do half, so half 1 meal, half another meal. So that's 2 meals, 3 meals, 4 meals. If you didn't want to starve and feel hungry at all, 4 meals will get you by for a day and a half. If you could put up with the pain of that upset feeling of being hungry, you'd probably get away with 2 days. Cup of soup, so a bit of energy boost and snack. Muesli bar, again, a bit of a boost and a snack. I've got 2 more cup of soups in that bag, and I've got some tea and some sugar. So I've got sugar for energy, tea just for morale, and a nice taste in your mouth, and a couple of more soups. So there you've probably got 2.5 days of food for one person. And generally an EDC is generally made for one person. So that's food. So what I usually do is I would carry that food in there. Now, as I said, I don't carry this bag every day with me, as an EDC in the suburbs, but if I was to, I would probably leave this in my car, and I know I've got 2.5 days of food in there. In my 4-wheel drive, I've got probably 3 days of food in there, and what that is just packs of rice, and I'm still yet to do a video on that. So I'm going to leave that out for now. And sorry, I've got my old herbs and spices in that too. Right, so as I said, poncho. I always carry a poncho with me, and that usually sits nice and flat there. Okay, but I do have the clear poncho for urban use. I generally will carry a saw with me. This is a buck saw, and that rides on the side there. I always carry an axe in my car, by the way, also. So, look, you know, again, it's hard to, for me, it's hard to explain an urban bag to a bush bag because I've got both components in one bag. I just can't help it. So I'm going to leave that saw in there. I've got a little CB radio here, so you know, communication. Urbanly, walking along the roads, you're always going to pick up some truckie or someone with using a CB. Out bush, I mean, this is a little one, so you won't pick up much, but if you get to a high enough mountain or if you're close enough to a road, you might pick up someone. So that stays with me, and that just sits in there. Cordage, I don't carry too much cordage with me, or there's a little bit there. So I've got paracord, got 1 little hank, 2, 3 little hanks, and I've got this builder's leveling kind of string here. I've chosen this colour just if I need to set up a shelter. I want the strings to be visible, you know, so I don't run into it and, you know, choke myself. So that all usually sits on the side of the bag here also. And I carry this twine here and just this shitty rope there, just for whatever. So I mean, generally all just sits nice and neatly on the sides there. Water. Well, this does take a water bladder, but I don't usually use that. So again, EDC, kind of urban environment, I'll just take this bottle of water. It is stainless steel. It's in a cover at the moment, so it can clip on your belt, you know, or clip on the outside of the bag. But you just take that off, and you can pull the water bottle out. You notice that just flicked out. That's just a little stand in case I have to boil water. But you know, slips out, and it's probably 2 cups of water in there, so not a lot, but you know, it's something. So I carry that and just slip the little stand in there, or you call it a stove, whatever. Not that easy to get on. I've got to get a better little stand for that. Okay, so you can sit in there, and I generally carry a little cup with me. You know, they can just sit in there. Now, I guess, I mean, that's a bit much for an urban situation. Take that out. All this rope is pretty much a bit much for an urban situation. I will leave the other ones in there. This is probably a bit too much for an urban situation, but I'll just leave it in there anyway. I do have a mess tin here with just some more cloths, and I do have a stove in there with some hexi blocks in there. That is carried when I'm out in the bush. Okay, if I was wearing this bag urban style, I wouldn't carry that. I also have a little grill plate in here. Again, that's for bush, not for urban. Obviously I'll carry my phone with me. I would take my Opinel fold out knife. You know, I have my 511 Tanto knife in there, but I'll take this little baby with me too and just slip it in a pocket somewhere. And I carry my iPad with me everywhere. I'm filming on it at the moment, but my iPad would just slip either maybe in this zipper pocket here, and it slips nice and tight in there, or I slip it, I'll just lay it, you know, in there. So I'd carry that. So I'll leave that in there for interest's sake. And Bag closes, it zips up very easily, and it's there. Now on the top pocket here, sorry, the top pocket there, I carry electrical tape. I carry a nice bright LED torch, takes 1AA. I take Scoot Mozzie repellent, insect repellent. I take hand sanitizer. I've got another eye wash. I've got a whistle with a compass and temperature gauge. And I've got a shotgun shell just wrapped with duct tape. I could put a bigger roll of duct tape in here, but you know, well, I usually do. Sorry, that's usually in there too. Then you got this. It's called a communications pocket. So that rides on the belt there. And in this pocket here, I have another compass, a better quality one. I have a little, I guess another little sewing kit in there. I have a little mag light, and I have another little signaling mirror that I stole from my wife, the makeup kit. But generally in here what you would do is put a mobile phone in there. It does have a hole right there so you can slip out the earphones and whatnot. But that's what I carry in there. So it all fits in there nice and snug. Okay, so now I'll put the bag on and give you guys an idea. Sorry guys, I'm in my workplace still. I won't tell you what time it is because it should be freaking working, but anyway. So, okay. So that's the bag. It's yeah, it's pretty light, but just slip that around, and you know, it sits nice and snug on you. Now this is, I mean, you know, I've shown you that I do usually wear this for more outdoor use, but if you wanted it as an urban bag, you'd probably take a whole lot of shit out of this bag and, you know, whatnot. But the benefit of this bag, and the purpose of it is, you grab it and it's quick access. You slip it like that, you unzip the bag, and if you needed your iPad or laptop, you bring it out, grab it and do your stuff. That is the general purpose of this kind of bag. It's easy access to get it. Now, it is a tactical bag, so in here you've got a hidden pocket, and that's usually meant for your pistol. Being Australia, we can't carry pistols, but I carry gloves in there. Okay, and to be honest, sometimes I forget about I've got stuff in here because it is, you know, you don't really notice it, to be honest. I actually really forgot about it, so that's there. So you just flip it around again. You know, you've got that belt strap there, and away you go. I've added this belt strap here because when I'm out for night or whatever, if I can get this on, got a bit of gut happening. I strap that on. It gives me some waist support and takes the weight off the shoulder here. So I'll leave that on, and generally I'll put, you know, maybe another water bottle or whatever on there. Alright, so there's one more pocket, and I'm running out of time again. I'll quickly do it. In this pocket here is where you put your water bladder, another TNT satchel, a big tarp, and that's it. So, well, I hope I've given you and answered your question. It is a good bag. The padding here is really great. It does have a hard plastic sleeve in here which you can take out, and it could be used as a chopping board or whatever. But that is the water bladder section. So, mate, I recommend you get this bag. It's pretty useful. It will fit a large laptop. If you're going to use it for urban uses, then you could take out a whole lot of stuff there and just put your key components in there. I use it for bush, so cheers guys.